in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly cloudy and drizzly good morning to you. I hope your day's going well for you, wherever you might be. Here at Radio Center, Terry Henne along with Jonathan Dent, where we're getting a little bit of a drizzle out there right now, but there's light at the end of the tunnel.
Well, it's kind of a long tunnel, though. This is supposed to keep up for a while, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you know, we'll savor the nice ones, okay? The nice hours, the way it's working out right now. What do we have on the thermometer?
Well, right now out at the airport, 48 degrees, downtown Midland, 49 degrees. Here at Radio Center, also 49 degrees, cloudy skies all around with a southwest wind at 10 miles per hour.
Don't have to look too far to the west to see some partly sunny skies. Elma right now, Mount Pleasant, Ithaca is looking at partly sunny. Also glimpses of sun over just to the west of downtown Midland. We're looking at fair skies up north. Pretty much the entire northern part of the lower peninsula is looking at mostly sunny skies. We do have some snow over on the far west side of the upper peninsula, and it is snowing in Minnesota as well as northern Wisconsin. All of that because of a low pressure system, which eventually is going to be moving out of the lakes area well over into Canada. It's pulling a cold front through, and right now the line of that front is pretty much right here from the Great Lakes Bay area down to and around Marshall, the Indiana border, South Bend, but all of that activity is moving in an easterly direction, and it is going to be moving out rather rapidly as we go through the afternoon. So don't be surprised if, first of all, you don't see any more rain. It's raining a little bit yet in Michigan's thumb, and as I said, some drizzle here. Southeast Michigan is looking at some widely scattered light precipitation, as we experienced over the last 24 hours. We really didn't see much of anything in the way of measurable amount of moisture. If we got 1/10 of an inch, that was pretty good. It was less than that. But we did have a few locations a little bit further north where they did pick up more rain. Case in point, Gladwin, more than 4/10 of an inch. Right next to your back door up in the Standish Sterling area, about 1/4 of an inch of precipitation there. Over by Augrey, picking up about 3/10. So again, very spotty, not wide-ranging regions picking up 1/3 of an inch, 1/2 an inch. We didn't see any 1/2 inch precipitations anywhere. And it does appear as though we won't see anything more in the way of precipitation until late tonight and early tomorrow morning. So we could very possibly, as a few folks to the west of us, see a little bit of sun as we go through the afternoon. Jonathan, our high temperature for the day was right after midnight this morning. We were right around 60 degrees. So we've been dropping ever so slowly. Our low tonight is only going to be a few more degrees cooler than where we are right now. We're looking for 45, 46 degrees. And as you said, we're looking at 48 and 49 right now from quite a few of our reporting stations, with a southwest breeze that's going to eventually become strictly southerly. And that'll be about 6, 7, 8 miles per hour tonight. So not a real nasty night as far as gusty winds. Temperatures are going to be above average. 38 is where we should be this time of the year. We'll drop down to about 45, 46. Then tomorrow we'll be in the middle 50s, so we will be a little bit cooler and mostly cloudy skies. Rain shower activity on again, off again. It's going to be scattered tomorrow with a west wind about 10 to 12 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we're going to see the rain tapering off. After sunset, there'll be very little, if any, chance of seeing some moisture and partly cloudy skies, really, after midnight tomorrow night. 34 is what we're looking at for a low tomorrow night. Then during the day on Sunday, we'll just have simply clouds, maybe a break in the clouds during the day. 48 degrees for a high on Sunday with a west wind 12 to 15 miles per hour. So it is going to feel a little chilly. Sunday night, we'll have clouds becoming partly cloudy late Sunday night, 32 for a low on Sunday night. Then Monday, 50 for a high, mostly sunny skies. And then for, I want to say, Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, we're going to be looking at temperatures pretty close to freezing. I think the coldest night is going to be Monday night. Tuesday and Wednesday, 34, 35 degrees. Middle 50s for a high all those days. Upper 50s, close to 60 as we approach next weekend. Clouds will be moving in, though, on Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. It appears to me right now we're going to see a pickup once again of the moisture pattern as we approach next weekend. So it's questionable right now for Saturday and Sunday of next weekend, what we will be seeing as far as moisture or lack of it. One thing is for sure, we'll be pretty close to normal, maybe a few degrees below normal for this time of the year then. So next week is going to be a fairly dry week. Normal high for this time of the year, as we indicated, 58. The normal low, 38. Record high in the state is 84, set back in 1985. The record low is 24, set 2 years ago. Now, interestingly enough, the 21st and the 22nd, or I should say the 20th and the 21st of April 2 years ago, we broke record low temperatures. We were 24 and then 22.
Really?
And a lot of our orchard people remembered 2 years ago quite well because we did have a little bit of a warming trend, and then we got some really cold air. It was colder over on the west side of the state than it was for us. So we did see some upper teens 2 years ago in some of the major fruit production counties here in Michigan. So it was a little bit tacky. Incidentally, the record amount of liquid precipitation on this state was set back in 1967. We had almost 3 inches of rain on the 21st back in 1967.
Really?
So, yeah, we've had more than our share of strange weather.
A little bit more rain than what we had here today.
Yeah, a little bit more. A little bit more. Sun will set this evening, 8:27, rise tomorrow morning at 6:43. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by.
We'll be talking with Gary Kaufman from Star of the West. He'll tell us kind of how we ended out this week on the markets. Then for more insight, we head over to Oppenheimer and Doug Klein. All of that's ahead, but first, the weather report today brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Well, Jonathan, the markets have been a little bit on the testy side this week.
Yeah, we've had ups, we've had downs, and we've had downs.
Downs and then down.
And downs.
Yeah, let's see how things are shaping up here for the end of the week. Gary Kaufman at Star of the West, good morning. How are you?
Good morning there, gentlemen.
Well, give us your version of this week in trading.
Well, the grain markets looks as though they will end the week dancing the same old sad song here as we had seen the last two sessions. We're kind of hitting the lows of the days here for the kind of the third day in a row that we've been down in the grain markets, and it's been a down week. Last week, Terry, we had a positive week across the board on the grains, and this week has just been the opposite, unfortunately. And some of the things that's kind of led to the down market this week is we've had a lot of fun long liquidation kind of dominating, especially in the soybean complex, and it's kind of weakened the corn along. And the other thing was demand. The corn export sales were kind of dismal this week, and it just continues to be slow. Also in the soybean arena, export sales were a meager 3.7 million bushel this week, and then the Brazilian values are really being there's a record crop. I mean, Brazil's probably 86% harvested now, almost 5 billion bushels coming to the market, and we're also hearing some rumors of some Brazilian beans coming into the southwest part of the United States on boats. So that's does not bode well for our beans here, as they are deemed to be overpriced in the market. So
does that happen very often, Gary?
Nope, it does not. Every once in a while you'll hear about that, but it's kind of filtered into the news here, probably on the second page, you could say, but it's definitely happening. So.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember ever hearing that before, but they do for once. I mean, they always talk about record breaking. They actually do have a record breaking crop down there this year.
Yeah, well, Brazil does. Brazil's, gosh, I mean, they've got a tremendous crop there. As we've heard earlier in this month and prior months, China's been buying a lot of Brazilian beans too, which normally the U.S. sells. So they got a lot of excess, and then actually you're seeing. If you look at the freight from Brazil to Argentina, of course, Argentina has a poor crop, so Argentina is going to have to import beans from Brazil as well. And I guess the way it's structured down there, it's a tall task to get beans from Brazil to Argentina, just the way the ports are situated down there. So yeah, just a lot of different curves going on here in the market overall, and then in the wheat arena, it hasn't been down too bad this week, but still we're getting some moisture kind of in those real dry regions. Northern plains, of course, it's snowing still there, and so there's a spring wheat going to get planted, so there's a little more optimism maybe in the wheat. And then you got that wild card Black Sea agreement. Is that going to be moving forward or what? But Russia wants all their sanctions lifted, of course, and May 18th is the date on that current agreement that's going to expire. So that's going to continue to be in the market as we move through the next 3 to 4 weeks here as well. So
I'm going to be real curious to see if the latest long-range forecast for the central and southern plains hits the market, because I just saw yesterday where they're projecting the drought to continue. Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, and into Missouri through at least the end of July.
Yeah, they're getting some rain now, some little better chances of moisture, but it might be just a bit too late. So it's going to be interesting to see, eventually how many of those acres are actually going to get ripped up. So
yeah. So where are we right now on the board?
Well, we're kind of at the lows of the day here. So right now we've got cash wheat down 4 at 631 on the white, 581 on the red. New crop also down 4 at 651 on the white, 601 on the red. Cash corn currently down 13 at 583. New crop is down 6 at 492. Cash soybeans down 14 at 1414. And new crop, let's call it down 15, Terry, at 1220.
Have a great weekend, Gary.
You guys too. Thanks, guys. Bye.
You betcha. Doug Klein ready, Jonathan?
I think he is. The market report today brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. Are you ready to upgrade to a new Ram truck for your family farm? Now is the time to order your new Ram 15, 25, or 3500. So you should see the folks at Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, the Great Lakes Bay's certified ag dealer. They specialize in all models of new Ram commercial trucks and vans, and ordering is now the way to go. You can buy with confidence from Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth since 1852, where family and service sells cars. Also by Thumb Bank. They've been serving agriculture for over 125 years with 2 locations in Bay City, also in Cass City, Caseville, Pigeon, Bad Axe, and Marlette. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. Well, Doug Klein from Oppenheimer, how are we doing today?
Kind of a short-term mentality lately. Nobody's really willing to make any kind of commitment that lasts longer than a couple of hours. So the markets are volatile, negative volatile. I don't know. Stock options expire today. It's not a triple witching, so it's just stock options. And so that market is negative, probably just dragging sentiment down. The week is over and we're ready to be done with it. And so there's really no buying. No buying going on at all. So here you go.
There you go.
Little bit of a bottom in energies. They, kind of just sort of muddling. Crude's up, heating oil down, gasoline up, and natural gas down. So like I said, it's just super duper mix. I'll just get on with the numbers. The May corn is 658 and a quarter, down 5.5. December corn 551, down 6.5. May soybeans 1489, down 8.5. The November soybeans 1282 and 3/4, down 17 and 3/4. The May wheat is 662 and a quarter, down 5.5, and December wheat 598.5, down 7.5. The crude oil is 77.77, up 40 cents. Heating oil is 247.90, that's down 0.2 of a penny. Gasoline 257.69, that's up 1.5 pennies. And natural gas is 260, that's down 2 pennies and a half. Canadian dollar, U.S. dollar buys $1.35.34 at the border. That's up 60 ticks. The dollar buys 134.29 yen. That's up 6 ticks. The euro's at 109.75. That's up about 1 tick. And the dollar's at 101.85. That's down. That's up about 1.1 ticks. Gold is at 19.87, down 32.10 an ounce. Silver's 25.25, down 22.5 cents. And platinum's at 11.37.10, down up $29.50.
Kind of hard to say up, isn't it? Everything
right?
has been
You just get in that mode.
Yeah. Well, take a break. Have a nice weekend, okay?
You too.
Yeah, we'll work on it on Monday. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. On the line with her right now, Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. Kim, I got to ask you a question here real quick. Do you have your pretzel rolling fingers ready?
Yeah, I do, Terry, and I will be out there.
This is going to be a lot of fun. I know our listeners really haven't heard too much about it, but next Wednesday we are going to be at Weiss Farms because they have a little bit to do with pretzels. They have fun with pretzel parties and have the neighbors and friends come over. Well, they've invited us to come over, do the farm program, and possibly roll some pretzels because next Wednesday is National Pretzel Day.
And Terry, I tell you, that family, they have fun with everything they do, from their corn maze to their dairy farm, milking cows with a robot milker, to just all around having a fun. That's just the way they are. That's the way their parents were. And that is relation to me. That is my dad's brother's kids. And so it's my first cousin. So yes, that is an exciting time, and they got the facility there to do it, and we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. Now, one thing is for sure, and this is where you come in. We don't want to have to spend a lot of time mowing the lawn and taking care of business right now because we want some time to play, right?
That's right, Terry. And a guy asked me the other day, you advertise a lot on that WSGW about subcompact tractors, but I think I need something a little bigger to put food plots in. And that would be our compact utility B23 or 2601 compact tractor. And I priced one out here today, a B2601 with your choice of tires. It's 26 horse, hydro transmission, 4-wheel drive, power steering, a front loader on it with a front quick attach bucket. Great tractor. It's got a standard class 1 3-point hitch, 540 PTO. So your front loader options, you can put a grapple on it if you're pushing brush. You can do a lot of things with the front. You can do forks on it as well. And on the 3-point, you can get tillers, post hole diggers, rotary cutters. The supply of equipment there's no limit to it. So you can do it. It's 26 horse with that hydro transmission, that front loader. We do offer 0% interest for 60 months, and you don't have to put anything down. But if you want to put something down, it can be $285. And after 60 months, you own it. That's it. $285. That includes the tax. It's a great tractor. Come on in and see me here at Lingle Equipment. We're right alongside I-75, just south of the Milwaukee Bridge. Or give me I give you my phone number, 989-754-7801, or send me an email at k.weiss@lingle1.com.
You answered my question. Kim, you have a nice weekend.
You have a good weekend. Go Tigers, and we'll see you Wednesday. Rolling pretzels.
You got it. Kim Weiss over at Lingle Equipment. Well, we got him on the phone. Do we have Chuck Cervinski available, Jonathan?
Yes, we do. Chuck, how are you today?
Hey, good.
I would imagine you're probably loading pickup trucks and everything else up right now with mulch. Now's the time to be doing it, right?
Yeah, a lot of mulch going out of here. Why should we mulch? It conserves soil moisture. It reduces the soil temperature in the hottest part of the day, adds organic matter to the soil, controls weeds, and it also can provide a buffer between mowers and weed whackers around trees. What's the best mulch to use? Most of the time, it's what's best is what's pleasing to the eye. Cost, availability, and appearance are all factors that are used when deciding to choose a mulch. And we all, when wanting the benefits of more organic matter, hardwood mulch is used. When you're going for more low maintenance and benefits are not a factor, then a more permanent mulch such as stone could be used. And when choosing a mulch, take into account that some plants react differently when using certain mulches. And we see this a lot with the colored mulches and mulches with high acidity around annual flowers.
How deep should we go with this mulch?
2 to 3 inches is adequate. If you've got mulch from last year, an inch layer is going to be adequate to top dress. What you want to do is also, you don't want to cover up crowns of perennial plants when mulching, and you don't want to get the mulch so thick that there's no air movement down into the soil.
Good suggestions. I'm going to let you get back to work. Your phone's ringing.
It is. We're busy.
All righty. Chuck Cervinski over at Maple Hill Nursery in Midland. Stephanie Zelenko joining me right now. Stephanie, good morning.
Good morning.
What are we looking at out in the farm fields right now? How far along are we, Stephanie?
Well, if we don't get rain, I think it's going to be quicker than some people might be prepared for. Top dressing wheat, pretty busy right now, or alfalfa, or getting any of that last minute dry fertilizer spread. So there is some movement out there. I have seen a couple tractors in the fields here or there. With the rain the last couple of days, it's slowed things down a bit, but as soon as that soil dries out, it's time. Get ready to go.
Soil temperatures, I know, dropped a little bit. What are we looking at? About the middle 40s right now at the 2-inch level?
Yep, probably right around there. We've, got up a little bit higher there when we had that warm stretch last week, but, the rain and the cool weather we've had dropped those down back a little bit. But still plenty of time to get warmed up before we can get out to the field and start planting. Very
good. Stephanie, you have a nice weekend, okay?
You too.
You bet. Stephanie Zelenko with AgriLiquid. We'll be right back. The name of the game in farming is profit. And if you want to put more profit into farming, get the help and seasoned sound advice you need from the pros at Star of the West. Sure, the question of selling or storing your harvest is an important one. And Star of the West, with today's technology, can give you the up-to-the-minute information you need to make the right decision, one that certainly affects profits. That's just one reason why you should take your corn, your soybeans, any of your crops to Star of the West. The other is well-trained, experienced, knowledgeable people who are true professionals in agribusiness. Star of the West offers you stability that no other firm in the area can approach. This means that people who are in the same positions year after year get to know your needs better and in general know the business better. Since 1870, Star of the West has been and continues to be the one to trust. Star of the West, keeping the valley growing since 1870. Frankenmuth, Reese, Richville, Guerra, and Cass City. Lots more coming up. We'll be back with you at 12:30 with a market update, so stick around for that. Now we conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the premier kitchen and bath gallery studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.